Oh, it says we are live. And let's see who's here. I'm just running in the door, guys. Got my coffee on and logged in. Says there are no people in the live stream. Okay. uh, well, I'll ramble about nothing, which is what I usually do. I've had a busy day. Had to do some extra things with the art, extra medicine for puppies and stuff. Hey, Ann. Good to see you. Hey, Bill. Awesome. Uh, and also had to go to the doctor for the stinking swollen finger, and he said it's infected, so I had to go get antibiotics for that. So I tell you what, when you get old. Hey, Larry Dees, welcome. Welcome. Definitely wanting to be shouting you out. It seems like we're getting you slowly toward that 950. Oh, goodness. Deep breath. Hey, Joey. Good to see you. Hey, Scotts. Again. I really enjoyed your video, Joey. The convicts. You probably heard my story 10 times. There's my co-host today. It's Dharma. Dharma, they don't want to see a pelvic exam. Just sit down. uh, Sit down. Good girl. She's so sweet. Hey, Sherry. But yeah, I had pelvics. I had convicts as my first fish when I was 7 in a little 5 gallon, and picked them out at Woolworths, brought them home. They even had their own little house they kept hiding in and out of. And the next morning, they brought out probably, I don't know, close to 5 million babies, just a cloud of fry. And I couldn't wait to show my mother, and she said nope. So they all had to go back, and we traded them for guppies. But technically, pink convicts were my very first fish. And so 50, almost 59 years later, this Christmas, 58 years later, I have 2 convict fish, and they're 2 from Nathan's convicts. I sent as many as I could get in a box safely, 20 to Anthony, and kept 2. So I'm hoping that I have a pair there. Hoping. Hey, Chewy. Been really enjoying your content lately. I'm bad about not. I'm good about putting likes on stuff, but I'm bad about leaving comments sometimes. So, hey, Melvin, great to see you. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Uh, Nothing special planned for today. And in fact, today earlier I was thinking I might not even stream. I don't want to have too much Bob on here. The streams done the last 2 Sundays with Ed have just been very successful as far as the number of people. The last one, last Sunday, the comments on that are just really amazing. Bill actually is one of the people here that commented on it. So much appreciated for the feedback. Much appreciated. But anyway, just had so much going on today. I was wondering if I would make it home, and I just did about 10 minutes ago, and my coffee should be finished in just a bit. So I'll meander in there and get that. That is good to have your first fish. You never lose that. Thank God mine was guppy. Yeah, mine was, as far as keeping them more than one night and then raising them. And then I went to angelfish, but I didn't know better. So had to sort that all out. And then I decided I wanted goldfish after, I don't know, it seemed like forever, but it was probably 6 months or a year. And my mother said no, and that was because a neighbor kid got goldfish. She said no. Hey, Victor, welcome. Pleased to have you here. Hey, Leah, I almost missed you. Howdy. Lucky Stone, great to see you here. And yours is a channel too that I often forget to leave a comment on, but get a lot out of it, and I like it. I try to remember to leave a like with everybody. Sometimes comments aren't needed, So platies, and then fire mouse, and then angelfish. Fire mouse are another one that I never had, Chewy, until just recently. Got those at Petco recently because a pair of convicts had made it up, and they were going to kill these little fire mouse, and the fire mouse are a little bit smaller than the 2 convicts, so they're all 4 together. And the convicts give them a fit, I'll tell you, but the firemouths hold their own. As soon as the firemouths are big enough, I'll probably put them in the 180, but that 180 is right on the brink of being overstocked. It's right there, so without more filtration, and I may end up pulling somebody out of there as they get bigger. Hey Igor, welcome. Welcome, welcome. You got one today. Welcome to the just sitting and rambling and all that. Would you like to be a guest on my podcast live stream? The future of our. I might do that. Talk to me. Message me or DM me or whatever, and we'll talk about it for sure. Hey, AJ Kelly, welcome. Great to have you here. Jesse, welcome. Great to see you here. Great to see you here. I was waiting until a few people got in here, and we have more than a few, but wow, 20, 19. I'm try to always be transparent. But guys, I've lost my shelly fish already, my shell dwellers, and I figured that it was an ammonia spot. I mean, I lost them all five, just boom, overnight. I came in yesterday and turning on lights and, opening blinds and all that and getting ready to have coffee and look at fish. And three of them were laying in the bottom dead, and two of them were in the shells dead. So all five, they're still in the tank. Poor little guys are starting to get fuzzy today, but I got to get them out of there. But immediately I thought it was probably ammonia, so I tested that. No ammonia. It was zero because I use a cycled sponge in there with them, and some media that already had and a heater that already had beneficial bacteria. So I never got any. I got nitrates of 20 yesterday. No nitrites. No ammonia. So I don't know. The pH is fine. The pH stays right around 7. That's what I get out of the faucet. And if I leave it alone, it stays, pretty much right there. So I know, Sean. I'm sick about it. I'm sick about it. Hey, Dylan, welcome. Howdy, howdy. Guys, if you're not checking out Dylan, you need to go over there. He's about to have that fish room open. He may even have it open. But last couple days ago, I've been watching it closely. He was getting his stands built and had his electric all hooked up. So check it out. Somebody else I wanted to shout out to. Where's Pam? There's Pam. Hey, Pam. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, Sean, I don't know. It's not anything wrong with the fish, I don't think, but I can't figure out. Those stones shouldn't have caused anything. I rinsed them off good. Um, the shell shouldn't. I mean, that's what everybody uses. So I'm just beside myself. The plants I brought in from the tub, there's nothing on those that I can see, but all they are is just floating plants, and got a tub full of fish and a 10-gallon tank full of fish, or with 4 fish with, those same plants. So I don't know. It's just discouraging, though. Pretty discouraging. Building the stands now. Well, Chewy, what they were in was because I asked the guy, unless he didn't know, he said they ran about 6.5, 6.6 is what the water they were in. So I figured now, and mine may be a little bit. No, I didn't get any shells in there yet, I don't think. I was going to put some oyster shell in there. I don't know. But I don't know what it is. I would hate to think that's what it was, something that simple. Leah's got all of Sean's dirt. Awesome. That may be what it is, but pH is so easy. And but they told me they were running about 6.5, 6.6, as he said what their water was. So I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for the preview, Admin Aquatics, of your tank. That looks really good. And Larry, I always want to shout Larry out, guys. And Pam will back me up. Larry's got an awesome channel, Larry D's Tanks and More's. Awesome channel, so be sure and check him out. He's about to hit 950 if he hadn't today. Uh, Today was he does all kinds of things on there. He keeps fish, but he mixes it up with like hot sauce tastings, and he did one last night or today. Um, and well, he described the taste of one of them as being like a salt lick. So it's informative and entertaining. So it's a great channel. So I want to try and help him. Anybody else I can too. My pH was 7, and they said at the store they keep that their pH is 6.5 to 6.6. Meaning that's what their water is. Now, I don't know if they altered that or not. I didn't question him any further than that. Yeah, he's got a really cool channel. So, you got endlers today. Yeah, I got a pop-up about that. So I've got that in my, I'm starting to talk like it. Got a, anyway, I got to watch that one. Just wondering when you would post. I could not catch you on the KG stream. Thank you, Pam. So, Pam, you are a mod. You are a Blue Wrench person. I thought you were, but I can't see who is a mod and who isn't on here. Well, Larry, I'll have to just watch the video, won't I? Which I will anyway, to find out what kind of endlers you got. I will have to watch it. Susan, I sent her some endlers and some of my line of guppies, which are just guppies that were an accidental breed, but they're 5th and 6th generation now. I sent her some 6th generation fry and a couple of pairs, I think, of adults. And she's lost a male, I think, and the other male's not looking good. And the guppies, they're pretty. There's YouTube royalty. We've got Lumpy Dog in the house. YouTube royalty. He said that to me once. I'm like an elephant in more ways than one. I never forget. Welcome, Lumpy Dog. How about purple barnacle cluster in fresh water? Purple barnacle cluster in fresh water. Rainbow fish are doing great, Mike. You know, I did announce Sunday that I had lost that one that was looking kind of peaked when it, or like actually a day after it came in. Dan thinks it somehow got injured in packing, but I don't see how that really could have happened. And I lost that one, and all the rest of them are doing awesome. They're doing great. Even Dharma. Dharma's life is rough. But they're doing great. Lumpy Dog. What is with the royalty crap? I do the teasing. Now, see, I used to use. Oh, I know you're not used to it at all, are you? Between Candy and me, and you got a couple of people that dog you pretty good. I don't remember what that was about. I don't know if that was maybe when I got to 1,000. So there was some little event that happened, and you said, "Oh, here's Kaylor." I think it was in Peter and Mob Guppy's stream. I thought I'll get him back one day. I'll remember that. 180 is doing great. It's right there, I guess. Yep, it's doing great. It had a little bit of issue with nitrates, and so just increasing the water change and feeding less. I've got it right where it should be, but in fact, it's due like a 20% water change today. Then I do the 40% over the weekend. So I added that small water change and cut back on their food. They're still as fed as they were. On the one behind me, the salt or the fresh water. I think probably the salt. I think they're both showing, so whichever one. Hey, Kent's Fish, welcome. Just sitting here rambling, talking about nothing. Broke the matrix. All right. Color Guppies is here. Wow. Several new people, or fairly new people. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Dharma. Stephen Truth Seeker. Hello. Angel Fish Keeper. I'm missing everybody. Oh, she's so sweet. She's sweet. See, Pam, you need to get you a sweet kitty like Dharma. Like Dharma. Yeah. Pam's got those hellion cats. Kitty emoji. Kitty emoji. 3328. Thank you, Lumpy Dog. I'll take that any day. Wow, I noticed that we got right up into the 70 and maybe even to 80 with Ed Sunday night. So I think that's definitely a better time zone. And I think having Ed on like that initially was going to guest, and he enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it, and you guys seem to enjoy him. So we went ahead and did it another time. So hoping to do it again this Sunday and do something a little special, but I can't say yet. The only my kitties want to sit on my lap is when I'm sick or not feeling good. Somehow they know. Well, Dharma assumes that you always want her, and I can even tell her get off the counter, and I'm making coffee. She hopes that I'll drop a drop of cream. I use real cream, and sometimes I do. So that kind of promotes her to get up there. So, Sean, what do you think about the pH? What do you think about Chewy said about the 7 pH? If it's something that simple, I'm just going to be sick about it. If it hadn't been today, I probably would have driven over there and got another group of them. And it's about 2-hour drive, maybe a little more. And talked to them and asked for a water sample. Of course, I brought home a water sample. I'm not so sure how the parameters, how well they stay balanced, or how long they stay close to the same when you have 5 fish in a bag. So a water sample would be nice. You would dream to have a pH of 7. That's what I got. Ed is like an hour drive from me, and James is like an hour and a half. I don't know what theirs are. Right? That's what it comes out of the faucet. Never heard of anyone keeping them that low. I had planned to put some crushed oyster shells in there and had not done it, so that may be the problem. James said, I see no waffles. Oh, waffling. I'd already forgotten what that, whatever. I'll send you the article that was written by Biochemistry by Grant Gussie. Okay, thanks, Chewy. I appreciate that. And Dan, I still have not read the stuff that you sent me, so I'm eager to read that and try to learn something there if I can. So I'm always interested in new information and sharing new info. So I do have it, of course. Just haven't clicked on them and read them. Don't read like I used to. Here's what your Goatee will look like when they mature. Oh, the Goatee Attica. Did you send an email, or how did you send it? Yeah, I'm eager to see that. Of course, there was a picture posted of them, but I think it was the pictures of the fish I got. My favorite rainbow, I'll tell you, it's turquoise or yellows. I don't know their scientific names. I don't know any scientific names. to remember. I like precox also. So those would probably be my three favorite, just, to keep rainbows. I have favorites that are rarer and more expensive, but there are lots of beautiful rainbows without going down those rabbit holes. Test your tap water after it sits for several hours. Compressions, yeah, it definitely does. Well, what I do is go ahead and fill slowly. I use my prime and fill it, and then I acclimate fish to it. But I'm actually mixing the prime with the water into the tank. I do that slowly, of course, but to take out, 80 gallons out of a tank and then replace that from water that's set up, and that's only one of 50 something tanks. So it's really not possible. I still can do it with the salt water. I'm 3 minutes from. We are on different water supplies. Yeah, see, there you go, James. There you go. Petroman 1185. I keep my discus at 6.2 to 6.4 RODO water. Never tap. I always have used tap. I've been here 20 years and I haven't had any issues with it, but this might signal I need to go back and test it. I haven't tested it in probably a month, maybe 6 weeks. I do still have those mosaic plants. I do. I have 2 of them outside. There's Mr. Tibby. Tibby, she's not going to let you get up here with us. These discus minnows from Germany for GH. Okay. Three. What are you said about 3? I'm assuming that's what he breeds them in because they have a separate room there on the same premises, and he said we've got a room in the back, so I don't know where it is there, but they do have a lot of space that's not open to the public. But he said they have a fish room back there, and if they have babies, because a lot of their tanks said AC aquatic critter bred, so. Which is a smart thing to do, especially with the way fish were to get fish for some people recently. So I've been adding. Yeah, I've thought about that too, Leah. I've thought about that. So I think I'm just going to check my water parameters. Actually, I'm going to do it when I get off here. Do I breed bristlenose? Not intentionally. I had gotten so many of them, and I was able to do a swap. I don't know, probably 80 or 100, a lot of them. There were tons of them from several different pairs, but with my local fish store back months ago, and I've been careful not to let that happen again. I've got some bristle noses, some tiny ones in a 10-gallon. There's a little pair of bristlenose in there that breed every so often. I need to split them up too, but their babies usually don't make it. They're in with my Santa Maria antlers and some shrimp. There's enough stuff in that tank without having babies from the bristlenose. Buffer with discus minerals, look it up. I buy from Germany. GH stays at 80 parts per million. KH at 0. Yeah, and I don't even know the guy's name. I need to call them. I kind of got the impression Ginger may know. Ginger Graves, that's her LFS, so I may talk to her and see if she knows who he is. That may be the owner's son or something. But I'll find out. The owner would know too, I'm sure. Tropical tank. Red ear slider. 90 gallons are a nice size. And you know, Igor, the 75s are on sale half price at Petco's. The Petco's that carry them, 75s are too, but the half price goes up to the 90s if you can find them. I kind of cool my jets about getting another large tank. The biggest I have is that 180, and then the 120 or 125. I don't know, it's right in there. It's 120, 125, I forget. It is 5 feet long. Somebody asked me what the dimensions were. I don't know the other dimensions on it right off. Yeah, the rainbows do pretty good here. Discus, not so much. I even tried getting tiny fry, like dime sized or smaller than that, from the guy that was on Get Gills. He's not on there anymore now. Dan was kind of a big fan of him, and I got those. And it took 3 or 4 months, but I got 2 of one kind and 2 of another, and they never would grow, and they would eat, but they just never grew. And he also, since the black and the platinum angel, that with them just as kind of a teaser, I guess, or to get rid of a couple of them. But those grew into beautiful large fish, and they're still together. So. Right, or at least that's my understanding. Dharma, please. She's tired of me now. GH's Minerals. Hey, Dank, welcome. Can't say on chat, sorry. Uh-oh. Well, you got my email. I'll be looking for it. Carbonates and bicarbonates are minerals. GH is not all minerals. Hey, Cowboy. I didn't say hi to you. Dan said he'll be right back. I keep all my fish in water. Works pretty well. I'm thinking about trying that, James. I trust you, so I'm thinking about trying that. Let me get up under the guise of looking for that mosaic plant that Edman asked about. And I'll get my coffee while I'm up. Just get back. Somebody's mowing, maybe next door. Yep, that is true. What am I looking for? Mosaic plant? Oh, let me flip this around. Now I've got myself in a mess here. Settings. Cam. There we go. All right. So this is what I'm looking at. You can see the water hyacinths. And this is all this stuff. It's almost 2 feet. Yeah. That's water wisteria. That's grown up out of the tub, hanging off the edge of the tub. That's all water wisteria. So then I've got some, I'm not sure what these little things are right here. I'd like to remember. Plenty of duckweed, of course. Water lettuce. Lots of wood in there, lots of tannins. But that mosaic plant is right on the top. I really need to clean some of this out. Water feels a little bit cool. Feels like it's about 74. Feels like 74. Maybe a little more. It gets sun for a good 3.5 hours. So, but I don't see the mosaic plant. Do not see it. Yeah, I did have this airline tubing there that was kind of holding some of this back, but it just overtook the tubing. Oh well. I tried to find it. I think I may have another one over here. Got some wilted plants. Those pots are so small. I've pulled a lot of plants out of that and put in here, or some, and they've completely covered the top of this. I thought I put one of the mosaics over here, but I don't see it. This is just a little 10-gallon with nothing in it but some convicts and fire mouse. But no, I don't see the mosaic. That mosaic plant's really pretty. Got some tannins. See them better for here. See the convict giving chase to one of the fire mouse. There they go. Or it chases the other convict too. Should pull that one convict out. But he'd probably bother my other fish, huh? Tanks. In the tanks. Alrighty. Alright, I hadn't been able to see the chat for the last while I was out there, so I may try to catch up here. Rob 93. Howdy, howdy, Rob. You guys remember Rob 93 comes on at 7. Streams at 7, so. Bryce, Gnarly Tanks. Yeah, Stephen the biologist. Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, just leave them alone. I found that's the secret. Just leave them alone. I have 3 types of fish in there, but I rarely see them. So hopefully when I take the tub down in a couple of months. It's Anthony Fishy Friends, Streetwise. Everybody came in when I left. That went up to 40 people. 38 now. Leah's lurking. Dharma. I wasn't paying attention. She was trying to get my coffee cup, which has cream and sugar in it. She's a heifer. That Dharma is a heifer. Caught me off guard. Alright. My shirt was shipped. Are you talking about the Kaler's? Yeah, Kaler's Aquatics. Anthony. I haven't got mine yet. It says it was shipped and it's due here next week between Monday and Thursday. So I haven't got mine yet. But you ordered yours a day or two before me, I think. Or maybe even more. Hey, Skywatcher. It's Scott. Scott's Aquatics. Alright, I saw Scott. Scott's always. And Scott, thank you for giving me a little preview too. I love to get those. It's something you've got coming up. With your knowledge, you have one on every channel. I know he's not talking to me, so. Chewy, I'm assuming. Chewy. I don't have any idea how to solve your problem. Okay, Did you make sure you weigh all the information? Right, right. Exactly. Like we talked about in that recent stream, everybody has their own experience and their own opinion. And some of it's, based on how things are at their house, with their water, their situation. So, yeah, it's really good to weigh all of the information and make the best decision for your situation. So, good reminder, Bill. Thank you. I missed something there. Maine is the only state of its natural origin as a population. Yeah, I'm curious. Good night, Angel Fish Keeper. Thanks for popping in. My way is the right way for me, right? You came up with a good zinger the other night, James. I can't remember now. You came up with a lot of good ones. Don't get a big head from that, but James and I like to go back and forth with each other. I think y'all figured that out a long time ago. So we're not really at odds. We're most of the time teasing. We're not really at odds. We just really enjoy poking each other. Did you check out the Codfather shirt? I'm still trying to get that shirt Streetwise. I've emailed them a second time, Jason Streetwise, and they don't respond to the emails, but I don't get, anything that's saying it wasn't delivered or anything. And it's still sold out, or it was this morning. So I really want that Codfather shirt. If it's me, Stephen, it's about the pH on the Hey, Father Fish. Thanks for stopping in. Hadn't seen you in a bit. Welcome. Don't forget to poke the like button. There you go. I can't remember, James, what it was, but it was a really clever one. Like you like to keep your fish in water, but it was better than that one even. Oh well. That's why we have you. I can't remember them, but you can. Sorry, I'm sipping coffee, guys. I need to make me a Kaler's Aquatic. Hey, Lisa, how are you doing? Lisa, did you change your picture? I know, right? They have them in the XLs, but I've been wearing a 2X. This is a 2X right here. And, you can see enough of what you don't want to see with it. So I don't want to go down a size. So. What did you get, Anthony? Oh, and Anthony, I still have not mailed your Bubbles shirt that you won. The reason is because you know that I'm forgetful, but also the cat's laid on it. I think I told you that already. I had it laying here on this desk and came in and found both the cats on it. Oh, I know, right, James? But they had hair all over it, and I tried using my roller on it, and that didn't work. So I just washed it. So now it doesn't have cat hair, but it looks not fuzzy and linty. So I tried the roller again. So I just given up. I shook it out all I could and let it hang dry. So I'm just gonna send it. It probably needs another washing. It's probably what it needs, but I don't want to wear it out before you get it. But I'll be sending that. That's nothing to drop at the post office. I know that when I get something or buy something or win something or I want it. I want it right then. Lisa, did you did change your picture? Okay. Alrighty. Just want to be sure you hadn't been hacked, because I knew that wasn't the one you had on there. I do have channel stickers. I have my own channel stickers, and I have a bunch of channel stickers for tanks. I think right now I've only got one sticker on a tank, and I'll show you guys that. Gosh, we got to go through that flipping the. Whoa, hang on. Got to go through flipping that camera back around. We can do that. Ottawa Aquatics, great. How are you? I've got to hang on back. That's sucking air here, so that's what that racket is. It's got a wave maker right beside it. And don't judge me. I have all this stuff. There's a new 20 long. There's a lid for some other longer tank. I think it's 33. There's a new filter. There's new tops for Nelson's tank. There's a bag of salt. It's a fish hobby. Hey, there's a new stand. I'm going to start moving 40 breeders into one of the other rooms, and I'm going to go ahead and put a stand up and use for that. So, shipping stuff, but I just wanted to kind of make sense of what it was. All right, so this is the only, honestly, let me look over there and be sure. Yeah, Pam's got wet and I took it off. So that's the only sticker I have right now. I can't see comments that I have on tanks. I've got a bunch of stickers. And this one is appropriately stuck on. Well, now they're backing up because they're scared of that rack that I've got sitting there. I thought if anybody should be on the piranha looking, the Pacu tank, it should be James. So there you go. You earned that spot, James. Go back to chat now. All right. You can't tell me James didn't see that. You can't tell me that. One day I'll win a giveaway. Anthony was just about to give up, I'll tell you, Ian, because he kept entering everything and being, everywhere he could be and all that, but he just kept. I was asking, what should I give away for 1,500 subscribers? And he said in a comment, he said, I'd just like to win something. You can't tell me James left. Oh, well. But yeah, I put a Fish Room Fever sticker on my Pacu tank because I figure he deserves that. He earned that. I have keyhole cichlids. I've got an ancient one, and then I've got some of the small ones. They have the dwarf ones now. I think I've got 4 of those, and they're in my 180. Got those from Bob Steenfart from his store months and months ago. Is Zen here? Howdy, Zen Jen. Welcome. Cowboy, see you. God bless you. Oh, there she is back. Yep, she's back. It's better just to work with her. Kids and animals, just work it into what you're doing. Having had no kids, I know all that. Motherfish would tell you, yeah, yep, add more substrate. That was really, really a good stream last night. I don't know. how many of you saw that, but Stephen was there, I know. And I figure you earned that, James. So I was moving, you know how you move things from here to another place that's not so much in the way that second. So I thought I'm going to stick one of those. I had 2 or 3 of yours, and I stuck that one on there last night. It's Pug here. Hey, Pugs. Feeding fishes. Don't put your hand in there. James takes all the teasing and kidding so well. I don't know that I would, but I guess I would. I don't know. I take plenty of it anyway from him. Dharma, they don't want to do a pelvic exam on you. Stop that. Is it a 20 tall, Ian, or a 20 long? Oh, okay. Well, you know, if you anybody that didn't see Chris Biggs on uh, Haley Oddball Aquatics stream last night, that was really, really good. A lot of it was stuff that we know, but to hear it put in perspective, and uh, it just really was a good stream. I just really enjoyed it. Hayla Flowers, welcome. 20 tall. I don't know, Ian. How deep was it? Chris Biggs. I think his channel's Chris Biggs. I'm sub to him, but I can't remember. He doesn't put out a whole lot of content, Stephen, and when he does, they are real gems. And he doesn't have a huge sub count either for what he should have with his experience and knowledge and all that. So, oh yeah, I definitely put more in there. If I agree with you, it needs more. Yep, I agree with you. Given that unsolicited advice, I think you did put a question mark behind that, didn't you? Thank you, Zen. Thank you, Zen. I am like number 50. Thank you, Peter. If that was here, awesome. Lumpy Dog was giving me a count, but I think he fell asleep. I think you did. Thank you, Father Fish, the Mad Aquarist. And thank you, Zen Ginger. Getting it right there. Yeah, that's an awesome stuff. Awesome channel. He keeps things real, that's for sure. That's for sure. All in good fun, exactly. I'm going to wait and see how many people tell you that, admin. Aqua Balls. I was hoping you'd stop by. What you got going on today? Still in you? Am I pronouncing that correctly? I saw last night that you asked a question several times and they didn't answer it. You've got several Father Fish, including Father Fish, several experienced OGs here. If you would like to ask your question again, I think a lot of it was opinion, but I think it was about lighting. I do remember that. If you want to ask it here, but you may have wanted a specific answer from Chris Biggs. So you're welcome to ask anything here if you want. Still, okay, that works for me. I can remember that. Changing water on the wild beta fry. Yep. And he has a lot of experience with not just aquatics, but reptiles and other things. He's really a awesome resource. He's just a great guy. So glad Haley had him on. I think I planted that. Well, I did. I asked about doing a part 2, so I hope he can come back. He said any time, so maybe she can get him back in a week or two. Do another. People like that really enjoy questions, and I know that if she would miss one or was talking and one would pop up, he would say, "Here's a question from so and so." So he's really a good person to have on. How can you tell if your fish is blind in one eye? Did anybody say how big the clown plecos get? Drinking 16 ounces of hot coffee. There's nothing better than that. Something to wake you up and something to put you to sleep, right, Pug? That's it. That sounds like a whole lot of coffee, but when you look at 16 ounces, I remember we used to have those little, was it 6-ounce Cokes, the bottles, way back in the day. That came in the little carrier that had 6 ounces of Coke. And then they went to like the 10 or 12 ounce that were tall bottles. I didn't have these plastic bottles back then. But yeah, I was looking at my Diet Dr. Pepper while I was washing and drying dog tails a while ago. Oh, you will be? Awesome. Awesome. That's all you have to do. Yep. That's what I was going to say, Zen Ginger. I've got 2, and the last time I saw them, they were both maybe 5 inches, if that big. So they do like to hide. Yeah, that's what I've always seen in research. These are the only 2 I've ever kept, and that I've had them for a couple of years. And when I see them, if they're 5 inches, that's stretching it a little, being generous. Yeah, fish are like people or dogs or stuff. They compensate. I'm sure in the wild they lose, eyes and stuff all the time. So I guess you can tell it's blind just by maybe putting something, down that side to see if it reacts, to it. If you can do that, dropping food in by it quietly. They get accustomed to the splash of, like frozen stuff, so that would tip it off. But I had 2. Well, I still have a blind fish. I've got that big Severum. I forget. I hand feed it every day, and it can see my shape, I think, because it waits on me in the same area. And when I put my hand down in there, I think it senses that I'm close to the tank, or it can see that I am. They still have their lateral line system too. They still have all that going on. Hey, Ronan, how you doing? Can emerald eye rasboras, that rolled on me, live with my half-grown angelfish? I wouldn't want to say yes on that. Those emerald eye rasboras are pretty small, and the angelfish is going to be looking at them like a food item, even though it's half-grown. So I don't know. Unless it's an unusual angel, it might be tempted to eat them, pick them off. Yeah, well, there you go. So he's probably blind on the one side. The thumbnail, I don't think it actually showed the face of the beta. That's that little beta that when Dan's Fish had all those betas in, that had the Popeye, and he kept it behind after I got it. Kept it behind and treated it for so long, and it's done great here. All I'm doing is water changes. That he had done salt and heat and water changes, and I think maybe one antibiotic. Have to go back and look at our notes. But hey, Terry, welcome. It's in your stream earlier today. That's an excellent point, Father Fish. Yep, it's going to be looking at you, so that might be an easier way to tell besides feeding. I did notice those are some awful pretty rainbow cichlids you have, Admin. Proven pair of. Yeah, I hear that so much about angels. My dominant pair of Severums that are so big, those guys are huge now. It's my original gold red spot, and then I've got a green or turquoise red spot. And they used to be the biggest two I had. They're not now, but they're still the dominant, and they're the only ones that spawn, or the only ones that have for the last couple of years. And they still regularly spawn. But they eat their eggs. They always eat them. I've never tried pulling out. I got by you, huh, Catfish Terry? Yeah, slithered by you. That's how I did it. I don't want to. We got about 3 minutes, it looks like, till Rob 93 comes on. So I've got you guys cooled down, almost asleep, relaxed. And so Rob can get you all stirred up now. You've rested up for it. So we will go over there in just a minute. You guys want to have a hashtag, like to do a raid? He always likes those. For me or anybody, I've noticed he always appreciates them. So. Ram spawned and ate their eggs again. Yeah, some fish just do it. They just do it. Here's Brandon. I didn't see you in here, Brandon. I'm sorry. Maple Street Aquatics. Thank you, Brandon. Waffles. Fish lovers. And there's you some good advice, Ronan, Benny. Pam says love Yazzie. Let's do love Yazzie since Yazzie's my baby. He likes to. He'll be up on Pam's stream tonight probably. If I go up, he's always there. So I think Pam would rather have him than me there, but I have to hold him up. So let's do hashtag love Yazzie. He's my little chihuahua that's so rotten. Dharma's butt. I know. He might not appreciate that one. How do I purchase your sticker? Oh, Pug, you don't have to purchase a sticker. I've got several people that have asked me and I forget it. And some have even sent me their address. I think I'm going to post something like my community tab and ask people just to list their, wow, I don't know. Let me think about it because I need to send out a bunch of them anyway. So, all right, guys, let's head on over there. It's almost 7 o'clock, and we'll do hashtag, not Bob Seger either, hashtag love Yazzie. And Yazzie means a little one in Navajo, so love Yazzie. I'll see you guys over there in just a minute. Yeah, they will. Yep. They'll get it down. Angels are real bad about it. Mine haven't spawned recently, but the last one they did, they ate them. So nice to have you, Father Fish. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. All right, guys. See you over there.